Aren't you like a wanted felon when it comes to Noodles and Company?
Wow, what a
They don't-
great way to
The
bring
segue
that
there?
up.
Segue? You said you wanted to talk about it today.
I did. No, I was saying great
It
transition to
was,
that.
yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm banned from working there, not banned from eating there.
Okay.
I blame it on them because so when I was 17, okay, I got a job there. I was making some noodles, right? As I do.
Yeah.
I turned 18 like a month after I started there, and my manager was like, "Oh, like you should be a manager." Sure, cool. 18-year-old just turned 18. I've been working here for a month, manager.
Yeah.
Whatever. I get great money as a high schooler, but I quit that job like I want to say like 6. So I started there like August, and then the next like June I quit.
Mm-hmm.
But then I went like a month without working there, and I was like, I really miss Noodles. So I texted.
Really?
Yeah, no, I did. So I texted that manager, and I was like, hey, man, like, I know I quit, but I really do miss working here. Like, maybe I could come back, like, be a manager. He was like, I respect that. I'll hire you back. Give another shot. Another 3 months passed, and I quit again.
Why did you quit this time?
Because, so that manager I had at that time, he quit. We got a new GM. Did not like her at all. She was mean. She was a mean person. So
Yeah.
I'm not gonna work for you, right? I quit.
Okay.
Then a few months later, I was like, I miss Noodles. Like, I really want to work there.
What is so good about working
I
at
got
Noodles and
paid-
Company? What did you
listen,
miss about it?
When you make $15 an hour plus tips, right?
It's not really plus tips,
no,
bro.
I
It's
make like $1,200 a week in high school. $1,200.
How many hours a week were you working?
Like over 40. No.
That's not good.
But it was good money. And as a high schooler, as I say it again, I was like, I'm rolling in the
But
cash.
what were you doing? So you didn't do anything after school except for work at Noodles and Company.
Yeah.
So what was your quality of life for? Like you missed
really.
being at Noodles and Company every day. That's what you missed.
Wow, when you put it like that, it makes it sound really bad. No, I just really, I really wanted. Okay, I was there for as long as I was. I knew how to do the job. It was quite an easy job being a manager there. I didn't do all that I was supposed to do. It was really easy because I didn't really do everything.
You were a bad manager. Okay.
Sure.
All right.
But whatever, they hired me again.
Mm-hmm.
But for the money I was making and the work that I was doing, I was like, can't get any better than this.
So you're comfortable. That's what
I
it
was comfortable. I didn't want to do a new job and relearn something, re-meet people, like
I just don't understand. So every time that you quit, what was if you were all good with this comfort, like what had happened that was like, all right, I gotta quit then.
Well,
one time was the GM.
It was the GM. I don't remember the very first time I quit what the reason was. I think I was just I've had a lot of like breakdowns in my life. And like usually like I get pretty like you go through like manic periods, right? You quit your job and you spend all this money and it happens. And you get like sad and it's like, oh, I miss having like a good source of income. I'm going to go back because it's an easy job. I don't really know. It's like a vicious cycle that I would go through.
Yeah.
So I would just be like me having a breakdown, like, oh, I hate this job. I hate working here. I'd quit. And then a month later, I'd be fine again. And I wasn't crazy. And I'd get the job again. But they're the ones that kept rehiring me. So the third time, different Noodles location. And this is funny that I say this. When that location hired me, the GM was like, I see your history of working here. You quit and then you came back like at the other location. I was like, yeah, no, I was just kind of going through it. I was still going through it. Little did he know. He was like, I just don't, he told me, I don't want this to be a mistake hiring you. And I was like, you have nothing to worry about. Like this, I like working here. Like I have a lot of respect for the company, like that, to tell him that so he would hire me. Yeah, of course. Hired me, cool. And I actually working there at that location when I started beauty school. So I was going to school and then working right afterwards, like whatever. I made enough money. But then that location, I want to say another like 3 months or so. And then that time, actually, it was the manager. I didn't like him. So you know what I did?
What did you do?
I blocked his number on my phone. I blocked all my coworkers' numbers, blocked the store number on my phone. Never talked to any of them again. Never showed up again. Never told them I was quitting. And I do feel bad, but I was really going through it. I did not care. But then...
What? Wait, what? Okay, but then we can wait for a second. So you...
Sure. I ghosted the entire company store.
What was the reason for the last final ghosting of every single person involved with Noodles and Company?
You know, it's so sad
'Cause,
that I
like-
can't think of a specific thing that he did. I just
'Cause-
didn't like him. I didn't like the manager. I'm like, oh, I don't want to work for you. I want to ghost every
I
single
just
worker.
don't, I'm trying to, you got to paint a better picture for me than
Dude.
that. Like, I know you said you were going
so
through
we're,
it.
We're
Do
going
you have,
we're going through it. We have no regard. We have no empathy for others and how they're feeling.
what does it mean when you say going through it, right? Like, so
going through it, like,
I have depression, anxiety, right? Are you
Yes.
having like a depressive episode, or are you having
yeah. So think like when I went to the psych ward, like
Mhm.
that feeling. That's what I was feeling. It didn't get bad enough, but it was like, I
describe that for people
like
without in a way that's not
well, it's not that I wanted to like die at that time,
okay.
but it was like I'm working at Noodles and I'm in beauty school. Beauty school started off really bad for me. Like I did not get along well with anybody there. I was like, and then my manager's being mean and I hate this job. And it's another one of those manic periods. That's the reason why I've had so many. I'm only 21 and I've had like probably over 10 jobs because I quit them so easily. I worked at Tropical Smoothie for 3 days.
Is it good there? Are the smoothies good? I've never been.
No, they're like 1,000 calories. Like the amount of sugar they
Okay,
put in
man.
them is really
I don't
bad.
care about calories. I just
Oh,
want to know
well-
if the end product is good.
They're good. They don't use actual fruit though. It's just like purees.
Yeah, dude. What's
Like
up with everybody
juices.
getting mad about that too? Though I'm fine with if it's good, I'll still drink it.
Okay.
I want it to have real fruit in it.
Yeah.
But if it
But
tastes
they're
good
just
and there
fake.
isn't, I'll
They're
still have it.
liars. Like you're not using fruit. It's not a strawberry smoothie. It's a strawberry puree smoothie.
What is puree made of?
Strawberry juices.
So there's
But it's like
some
I don't
form
know.
of strawberry in it. And added
It's like
sugar,
strawberry
sure.
juice and sugar. It's like strawberry milk. Not milk.
Strawberry milk is
Strawberry
good too, bro.
juice.
You're really hyping them. I'm hyped. I might have to go
No,
try
they're
it.
they're really
selling
they're
them.
really good, but it's also like $8 for a smoothie too, which that I think is insane. When you realize like how little goes into it.
You
and
get Dunkin' Donuts a lot, don't you?
but that's like
I see-
that's
I
like $3 a
Is it?
cup. Yeah, I got rewards, so they
Okay.
only charge me like $3. But I do make it at home. I have an espresso machine.
Okay.
But I'm too lazy to go buy milk, so I just go to Dunkin'. I spend more money there than buying a
that's
bottle
what I
of
said.
milk.
So is $8 for smoothie that bad? I don't know.
Mm,
I like Scooters personally. Scooters coffee.
I've never heard of
They
that.
do a really good smoothie. They do protein smoothies. You
Oh.
actually any smoothie you get from there, you can get a scoop of protein added for an extra 60 cents, or
60 cents.
I think it's a
come
50 or 60. It's
on.
fine, bro. I'm fucking. It tastes so good. You know, you
Yeah.
ever made a protein shake at home? It's ass. Give me
I
the
don't think
best
I've ever
recipe you've
had a
ever made.
protein
It's not
shake.
good. All right, but they also have this thing. They don't tell you what it is.
Mm.
They don't know. I don't know. No one knows what it's made out of, but they have energy powder that they'll put in it.
And you're going to drink when you don't know what it is. That's a little. So you can go drink whatever you
Right.
want because clearly you do not really care
Yeah.
about what actually goes in it. You're like,
Okay,
if it tastes good,
so
it
you
tastes
worked
good.
at Tropical Smoothie for 3
3
days. So how many?
Quit there. Also kind of did the whole ghosting thing.
All right. So you were
But
just
Noodles.
having a somewhat manic episode
Yeah. And I was
and
like,
decided that you were
Just
done
quit.
wearing the maroon polo and being a Noodles and Company manager.
Yep.
So you were like, all right, I'm gonna block every single person involved
Block
with
every
this
single
company,
person.
including the company. And then what happened?
So as a manager, like you have the keys to the building, right? So I even told my friend, I'm like, well, I quit, so I need to give them the keys back, but I don't want to go there because I don't want to see them and talk to them. She was like, well, just leave it in their mailbox. I'm like, no, I don't want to go over there. I'm scared they're gonna see me and then be like, what? So do you know you have a MacBook or like an iMac?
I'm
at all?
familiar with
So
them,
you
yeah.
know, like you have like the messaging on both, like you have your iMessage on there. So if you block someone's number on your phone but not your MacBook, their messages still go through to your computer. So I wasn't getting it on my phone, but the manager there had actually texted me multiple times. I didn't see this till like a year later when I opened up my messages on my MacBook. And one of the things he said was, like, first of all, he asked, like, are you quitting? Like, where are you? You know, that whole stuff. And I was like, well, whatever. But then he was like, if you don't return the keys to the store, I might have to call like the police to get the keys. That never happened. But I don't even know where the keys are to this day, but
You have them though.
it's probably somewhere. I have no idea.
Oh, let's go to
well,
Noodles, man.
my thing is like change the locks. Obviously, I'm not gonna return
You
them.
know how much more money it probably would cost for them to fucking change the locks than to just ask the police to go to your house?
Care though.
I know you don't care. I'm saying for them. You know how much more money?
I
And I bet you
I didn't have empathy.
and I
for
bet you
anyone.
they didn't change it, so we should find those keys,
Oh my
man.
god. Oh my
That's a come up,
God.
bro.
But then police because we broke in. I have thought about it. No, the sauces. So they have like these huge bags of the sauces they use, and I was like, what would I do for a big old bag of the penne rosa sauce? Because I can never recreate it at home as much as I try.
Yeah.
But they don't just sell them.
And so
What if
you're like
I
thinking
know where the
maybe-
coolers are?
So you need to find those keys, is what you're saying, bro.
Exactly.
Well,
Because
now-
cooler is locked.
now if
Front doors are
a,
locked.
a sauce bag goes missing at one of these noodles, they're gonna
They
know.
don't even count those. I did inventory. You never count the bags.
Okay.
Like, they would not know. I had this
Expose
planned
them.
out. Like, I would literally steal it.
Yeah.
I'm not actually going to do it. Don't worry.
I'm with you. Michael Scott wants to know what's the best thing at Noodles and Company. I was gonna ask you this a minute ago, but I'm glad he brought it up.
I would say either the penne rosa or the Japanese pan noodles.
Really?
Yeah, I actually recreated, because like most of the recipes I have like memorized in my head because of working there so many times. But I made the Japanese pan noodles at my house, and it tasted really good. I would say those two. I mean, some of the things like the mac and cheese, like, yeah, it's good, but it's the same price as the other dishes.
Yeah.
And the others just have like more, I don't know. Some things like butter noodles, you can make that at home.
Yeah.
But I feel like that's like one of the most popular things. But
It is crazy.
if you're paying $7,
yeah.
either mac and cheese or like a whole like,
Dude, margins
thing?
for Noodles and Company gotta be so good. You're just using. I mean, there's pre-made noodles. You guys aren't building the noodles, right? You're not making noodles there.
well, no, we
You guys
still
are
have to
buying
like, cook
noodles from
them.
somewhere, and then you're cooking them. But noodles are fucking cheap, bro.
You're right.
Think about
And-
they're whoever came up with Noodles Company is smart as shit, bro. And they're
Right.
sprinkling a little bit of cheese on there.
Yeah.
90% of people that go in there are just getting the mac
little
and cheese.
tiny- Exactly. And it's like one little scoop.
I get the mac and cheese. I like it. Tastes good.
But you can also like Kraft is pretty good, right? Like
Noodles better than Kraft.
I mean, yeah. I don't know. Maybe it's because I worked there, but just some things I'm like, why would you pay money for
What was the worst thing to make?
to make
Yeah.
Japanese pan noodles? Even though
Really?
it's the best. Well, because usually like certain dishes, like with the noodles, you either had to like steam them or saute them, but like
Mhm.
the noodles you use for that, the Japanese pan noodles, like you have to like fry them on the pan, and it took a long time because
Damn.
you can't just steam the noodles because they're udon noodles.
Okay.
I know so much about noodles
You
now.
do know,
But
yeah.
you know what's funny too is I remember like the area manager came in one time and he was inspecting every single like type of noodle to make sure they were cooked right. So he was like taking each like one of each noodle, he would like break it open and see if it was cooked. And I was managing one time and he was like, I want to show you something. I don't make the noodles, by the way. That's not my job. I'm there to just.
You don't do
I don't
anything.
even-
Is
I
what
don't
it
really
sounds
do
like.
anything.
Yeah, yeah. That's
He broke open a penne noodle. He was like, you see this little like white ring around here? And I was like, yeah. He was like, so it needs to be a little bit smaller for it to be al dente. And I was like, you seem to know a lot about noodles, but I don't really care how the noodles cook. I literally told him, I was like, I didn't cook the noodles, so go tell whatever the dude, I forgot his name.
Well, you're supposed to tell the dude because you're his boss.
But I didn't make
That's the
them,
chain of
though.
command.
But the reason I'm saying that is like to this day when I make pasta, I will always break open a noodle to see the ring in there to see if it's al dente.
Yeah.
Because it is in my brain now.
Al
what it's
dente
supposed to-
means mostly cooked, right? It's going to be a little hard, right?
Well, it's not like hard, but like the ring.
It's
like
a
a
firm
firm
noodle,
noodle.
right? Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My Pop Tropica name was Chili Noodle.
What
Did you ever
did
play
just say
that?
before
Pop Tropica?
Yeah, no. I don't know what that is.
Hey, thanks for watching there, guy. Click right over here if you want to see that episode in its entirety. Or you can click over here and subscribe to the channel. See all the other fun shit we do here. It's really up to you, guy.